Hey guys, and welcome again to Games and Gear, and what an episode we have for you tonight. Recently, there has been news of a remake of the PS1 game Crash Team Racing that has always been one of my favorite PS1 games growing up. In fact, I have such fond memories of that game. Heck, I even bought it on the PS3, and the fact that they're going to remake it is truly amazing. For this week's episode, I'll be looking into Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled while sharing some memories of the original Crash Team Racing game. So let's rev it up and let's go with Crash Team Racing. Here's some great things I remember about the original Crash Team Racing game. My older brother actually bought it, and when I played for the first time, I gotta admit, it was a lot like playing Mario Kart. I mean, you got races like Crash, Coco, Cortex, and even Engine. The only character that can't be unlocked by normal means is Penta Penguin. He can only be unlocked by inputting a password. You race through different racetracks, fight in different battlefields, and you get all these really neat power-ups that can really help you. My personal favorite is the homing missiles, which can be very useful if you collect 10 Wampa fruit. By way in comparison with Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing also had adventure mode. There, you can choose a racer, then you go through different worlds and collect keys to battle different bosses to advance to the next world. Only by collecting all the keys will you be able to face Nitro's Oxide. Nitro's Oxide wasn't originally a playable character, but that changed for the remake. Also, Oxide was originally going to be a human scientist obsessed with speed, but they decided to change it to an alien. If you get 100%, then Oxide will really feel silly for challenging Crash. Another neat thing about the game is that I had a little scrapbook video. It showcased all of the Crash games from the Naughty Dog era, as well as behind the scenes work and the concept art for characters and background. At the time, it was such a fun experience playing the game, especially for the PlayStation. Around the time after Insane Trilogy was released, I came across some very exciting news.
Is that a remake? It's a new game. What are we getting, baby? Oh my god.
That's a full, dude. Yeah.
Wow. Sweet fucking shit. Dude. I can't believe it's real. So far, these are all OG levels. This song's good though. I can't believe this is real.
Sometime in December, I came across news that Crash Team Racing was going to get a remake under the name Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I was really surprised by this. This news came from the Game Awards. It was such an exciting thing. The game was going to have new content, including online gameplay, as well as content that was introduced in Crash Nitro Kart, which includes combat mode. And recently it was announced that they would have a classic skins for the characters, so it would really make it feel like you're playing it old school. On another positive note, fellow YouTuber DestinationMarc has provided some good info regarding the game, and he can explain things a lot better too. He's also a great person, so here's a nice shout out for you, Mark. So anyway, with all these announcements and updates being announced, it makes me more excited to get this game, for it's going to be available for the PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. However, there are some few thoughts that came to mind as time went by in terms of what the game had to offer. So, what are my hopes and expectations for the game once it comes out? Well, I have a lot of things on my mind. For starters, I hope to see new characters become playable for the game. To give a few examples, I would wish to see Embryo, Koala Kong, Komodo Mo, and even Tawna. Another thing I would like to see is the option to cross-play between consoles. Considering that CTR has online gameplay, it would be really fitting. I know that there are other games that have this capability, but I would love to see that become a reality for the Crash games. Even though the game will be released in a few months, needless to say in terms of content, I say anything's possible. So in conclusion, the original Crash Team Racing game was a blast for my childhood. Crash Team Racing was the last Crash Bandicoot game to be developed by Naughty Dog before the franchise was sent to other companies such as Eurocom Entertainment Software, Traveler's Tales, and Vicarious Visions, just to name a few. Recently I bought it for my PS3. The game really holds its own when compared to games like Mario Kart in terms of gameplay. As far as Nitro Fueled is concerned, I really hope the game does well. Seeing how the Insane Trilogy did well, I can't see why Nitro Fuel wouldn't. I love racing games and I praise the remake of CTR with sincerity. So what I'm gonna say is, I wish CTR and Nitro Fuel the best of luck in the sales, especially for Crash Bandicoot fans both young and old. And so this episode winds down to its end. So now it's time for game wordplay. And this week's game wordplay is Bandicart, a term used for players who like to play as Crash for Crash Team Racing. Well, the Nitro Fueled game should bring plenty of excitement for the Crash Bandicoot community, and I have a feeling it will be a great thing in terms of a good racing game. And speaking of racing, I gotta race out of here. So this is Clyde Monster saying, see you next time on Games in Gear.
Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. Take me to your Xbox to play.
I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of Games in Gear. If so, then click the like button. And to see more, click that subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Now we'll continue to get my video game on.